thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own knitting project. If you're like me and really enjoy having something on in the background while you work, sometimes the content you like to watch is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your project as you would have liked to. So that's where I come in. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. It is Sunday evening, probably somewhere close to 10 o'clock. It's like 9:30, I think. Probably like 9:30-ish. And here we are. I'm just gonna do another video for you guys. So I think you guys are gonna see this on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. No, Thursday. This is Thursday's video, right? I hope so. We are, as the title suggests, working on the cat. No, not the cat mat. I am mislabeling things. I was thinking about the cat mat. This is the magic number blanket, jumbo size. Yes. Now, I took a peek at the pattern that I wrote. If you're new here, I have modified this pattern. The link to the original is in the description, so if you want to see it, it's a baby blanket size, and I have modified it so that it is more of a grown-up size, adult human being size blanket. And I checked on my pattern to see how far I need to go before I can start making my stripes, and I actually need to knit this until I have 328 stitches across, and I am only barely in the 100s right now, because I always like to show people this, but from the end of this needle to this peachy colored stitch marker, I have about 100 stitches, and so just right here is a little over 100 now. There's probably even more than a little over 100, but I did count about 100 before I put this marker, just to have a ballpark, because I knew I had a long way to go before I can even make my first stripe on this pattern. So we have a lot of ground to cover. And this is originally a pattern, well, the intention for this pattern is to be for my friend and former fourth grade teacher, who is my pen pal, and I have been meaning for a long time to make something for her, and finally decided on just modifying a blanket pattern that I knit that I really enjoyed. So that is where we are today. I hope you're having a good day wherever you happen to be. It's just one of those days for me where it started out okay. I just filmed another video where I was explaining the revelation that I don't know what I'm doing when I'm making socks. I did a sock and I thought I was like doing my thing, everything was looking good, and then I realized that I messed it up and I need to knit another. Well, I needed to knit another one anyway because it was only my first sock, but now I need to knit two more, one to make the right way and then another to match the one that I messed up. So that's fun. So I'm trying with my fancy attempt to do continental knitting. This is going to be my continental knitting practice project. So hopefully, as long as I work on this and my cat mat, by the way, that I was mentioning earlier that I messed up what I was talking about, those will be the two that I work on in the near future as continental knitting practice. So if you watch my other videos, you'll see that I throw. I've worked up quite a bit of speed throwing. I'm really fast when I'm working with single single pointed needles because I can like jab one into my side and leave it just sticking out and then knit around it with my left hand, and that goes a lot faster than letting go and wrapping the yarn around. Depending on what kind of groove I'm in, I can work pretty quickly. But this is just kind of my easygoing projects. So as I hope, whoa, oh, my yarn's all the way over there. I hope you are doing all right where you are. Tomorrow, Friday, I just got an email from one of my friends, well, a couple of my friends replied to me as of recent through the weekend, because last Friday and Thursday I was enjoying some half days of work, and because I had a half day on Friday, I thought, why not ask them if they wanted to do another Google meeting where we just had like dinner or like happy hour type thing and just chatted before the weekend started. And they couldn't do it, so I filmed instead. But they did say that this Friday, tomorrow, they're fine to do the hangout with me around 5 o'clock, a little after I get off of work. So it's like, cool, that's great. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. Like, we just kind of talk about whatever, but it's been a while since we had a conversation as a group, so I imagine there's gonna be a lot to discuss as far as like all of us getting closer to planning on going back to work in person, and what our jobs are doing or thinking about doing to make sure we're all okay, that kind of stuff. I imagine we'll talk about my one friend supposed to be getting married perhaps next year. She is engaged. She got engaged on Christmas of 2019, and so her fiance is a pretty cool guy. We'll just talk about that and anything new with her plans. But yeah, it'll probably just be another chill evening for me. Today that you are seeing this video, being Thursday, I'm hoping it's a good day. Past Paws and Pearls is wishing future Paws and Pearls a very good week. It's Sunday at the time of filming this, so I'm a little concerned. The video that was posted yesterday was from earlier, like literally the video I just filmed before this, and at the very end I was just like, I have this sense of dread, and I was talking about my worries about going back to work and the lack of control that I have over other people to ensure my own safety, and it's just like not good. Being in the Midwest, there's not much going on around here. Being a West Coast girl, I loved being by the ocean. Going to the beach was like fun. We didn't do it all the time, but I live really close to a beach, and my partner has been doing a lot of evening walks, and every time they go out they wear their mask, and when they come back I was like, how was it? Did people have their masks on? And they're like, no. And I'm like, oy, 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 oy. Like that alone, just like knowing that even the people in my community are not practicing social distancing or wearing their masks is really aggravating to me. And I mean, you could probably tell me if you think I'm talking about it too much, but just don't know why it's so hard for Americans to follow the rules. I mean, I know it's summer, I know it's hot, but can you not just put the mask on? Can you not just not be shoulder to shoulder with people who don't live in your house? Like, how is that not hard to be 6 feet away from people who don't live in your house? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But if I could win the lotto and retire and just be in my house forever, hands down, you would see a lot more of me here, because that's what I would do. I would just, get some property, pay for it in cash, so I don't have to go to the bank or anything, have everything delivered in my house, like pretty much everything I already do, except without the element of having to go out in public, like go to work or anything. And then of course, go to the doctor when I need to go to the doctor. But if they do more virtual doctor visits, then I might not have to. But yeah, I'm just like, nope. And people can't. This is why I'm a cat person. This is why I'm an animal person, because like people are something else. They are a species of animal that is just forever perplexing me. But yes, on the flip side, there are good ones out there, like my good friend and pen pal, who has been there for me through some tumultuous episodes in my life, and I am thankful for her. I am thankful for the friends that I'll be Zooming is for work. Google is the party place. So I am all about switching up platforms when it comes to meeting with my friends for an afternoon of chit chat than Zooming. But they're good people. They're funny. They're nice. They're with it. They understand the importance of wearing a mask. They're not trying to, secretly meet with me in person anywhere, or, meet up at a speakeasy, like an underground bar, and have like an off the grid party because they just can't stand it and they need to be hanging out with people. Like, no, they're not about that life. Neither am I. We're all very mindful of the current situation and want to make sure we get through it as quickly as possible. And by doing that, we need to follow some dang rules. And that's all it takes. And we'll be out of here faster if we all just do our part. And I don't know why that's so hard. Anyway, so yes, good people in the world. There are good people out there, and I'm appreciative of those that are in my life. I'm appreciative of you being here and being safe, hopefully in your own house, watching me as I am safe in my home making this blanket. But good Lord, I am just like, if there's one element I could remove, and that's the need to be out and about, I would do it. I would do it. So let me know if you feel comfortable sharing, if your heart is heavy, because things just, we've become normal. This has become like a normal thing. This has become our new everyday. We know it's not going to be forever, but we don't see that end yet. And some people might be getting a second wave of the woe is me's, and some people might be like, nah, it's fine, never really affected me. Some people are climbing up the walls because they're getting really stir crazy. If you feel like sharing where you fall, please do. I'm curious to know how things are going now, because in the beginning I was like, we all had some kinds of feelings, but now that things have kind of become regular, I don't know if that's changed for any of you. but yes, we are trudging along here. I am thinking, totally switching topics now because I'm starting to make myself upset. I'm thinking about more holiday gifts. Now, of course, I've mentioned before that I'm on my sock kick. Socks are the thing, but now that it's getting to be late July, I'm worried about if I'm gonna make them all in time. If I'm only working on my brother's fiance sock now, she is only one of like, let's see, I'll give you a count. So, brother's fiance, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, cousin's kid 1, cousin's kid 2, and so that's 7. Partner's mother, father, so we're at 9. If I really wanted to be nice, I could do cousin's boyfriend, so that's 10. And if I really, really, really wanted to be nice, I could do partner's sister, that's 11. Yeah, 11 people, that's a lot. I am thinking though, one thing I could do is for the, I hadn't plugged it yet. Plug time. So, August, beginning in August, you'll see in the description box there is a link to Niche Designs Knit the Family Pattern. That is going to be August Knit Along. All the content at the beginning of August until I'm done with the project is going to be the knit along. I'm slow, as you can see. I don't knit much per episode, but that will be the focus of the month until it's done. So if it only takes me 4 videos, that's a miracle. If it takes me 5, if it takes me 20, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to knit what I can each episode, and we'll see how far we get. And there might be some off-camera stuff that's like just in a cassette up row or something like that, maybe. But the pattern looks relatively okay. I haven't knit a mitten or a glove before, so this is like a whole new thing for me. But I was looking ahead at that pattern, and it looks like there's a gusset. I have to do some picking up stitches and things, but for the most part it looks like I can do it. But that is August, so if you'd like to join us for the knit along in August, check the description box for the pattern to Niche Designs. It does cost money, but I would say it's pretty affordable. It's under $5, so there's that. So please do purchase if you are so inclined. But yes, so I'm thinking after I knit 1 pair of those for myself, I can probably get away with knitting at least another 2. I'm saying 2 and I'm holding up 3. I'm thinking maybe 2 for my cousin and her daughter, like a matching like mom and daughter set. But then I feel like her son will feel left out if he doesn't get something to match his mother and sister. So I might not do that, but I might do some for my aunt. I mean, she doesn't really wear gloves all the time anymore now that she doesn't work. Or she's retired. Maybe that whole side, like the boyfriend, the cousin, the son and the daughter can all have their own, and it's like cute little family set. Man and boys matching, but her boyfriend's like a giant, so I don't even know if the hand pattern will fit him because he's like a big tall guy, so that might not work. But if I do knit some for him, then maybe I just make him a set and they all have the set. I don't know. I'm thinking ahead, but I'm trying to think of like what kinds of like fast projects I can do, because last year I started knitting for everybody in May, and May was here and I was knitting, but I made a jacked up sock. If you watched the earlier episode, I talked about that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping I can just do socks really quick and just do them one at a time. And if I only spend a week on a sock, then maybe 11 people times one sock a week times, so 11 times 2 is 22. And yeah, so 11 people, 2 socks for one person is 22 socks. 1 sock a week is 22 weeks. I don't think I have enough time for all that. Because if you only have 4 weeks in a month, and we're already at the end of July, so August, September, October, that's 3. Yeah, no, I don't know. But that's like if I went really slow. I think I could probably get 1 sock done faster than that if I have no other distractions. But I might just end up buying people stuff because I don't know. I'm just talking aloud now. Don't mind me. Just mulling over some of these projects I can do, get them done in time, and I'm like, darn it. Last year I was really hoping I wouldn't run into this where I was down to the wire trying to get everything done, but this year has just been something else where I was in some funks where I didn't want to do anything. And sometimes I was so tired I didn't want to knit. And sometimes I was so busy I couldn't knit. And all of that. So it just hasn't been a good year for getting some presents out there that are made with love and a clear conscience. So I'm gonna start thinking about putting some presents on reserve, like maybe some coasters, something that I can do quickly that is even quicker than socks, but also nice, but not something like a macaroni necklace. So I don't know. That's part of like one of the, when I talk about the yarn crawl that I'm going to participate in this year, I don't know how many of the stores will be able to accommodate online shopping because I'm not going to go to any of them in person, but I'll talk about some of my goals this year when I talk about what I purchased later when that happens, and we'll discuss some things like that. But yeah, we're almost to the end of this row, but surprisingly I only have 4 minutes left of my digital thing. I don't know if I'm gonna we're switching. We're gonna try to get through this with the quickness. I know, I'm cheating. Guys. Look at me doing my throw. But look how fast that is. I just need to figure out how to hold my yarn the right way to scoop it quickly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I have the concept of continental, but it's getting the yarn picked up the right way that's slowing me down right now. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep trying, or should I just go with what I know, because I'm still not horrible? I'm a lot faster at throwing than I have been before, especially if I'm just knitting across. This is easy peasy, but should I really challenge my shelf? Should I challenge myself to do continental a little longer and try to get fast? Faster is good, but I don't know. Now I'm just like efficient. Like, is spending my time trying to figure this out worth how slow it's making me right now? That I don't know. I can't speak to that being the solution or not. Boop. See, look at that. I wouldn't have been able to finish that row that fast if I was still doing my continental. But we just have a... If I keep going this route, I could just make it a really potato sack looking shawl and bind it off and call it a day. But no, we're gonna continue with our humble blanket, our jumbo magic number blanket. So thank you again for sticking around with me to the end of this video. I know I always like to go on a funny tangent about this or that, and thanks for riding it out with me to see where the conversation takes us. I hope you're having a good Thursday wherever you are, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!